in frame.
Okay, live.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Mothership Heads Out. We are here at Kampong, Lorong, Buangkok. But you may be wondering, where is the Kampong? Okay, so if we move a little ahead, we can see the Kampong. Let's go. So that's the sign, Kampong Lorong Buangkok, and today we have with us our tour guide, Kyanta. Yap. Hello, Yap. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. Right. So hello everybody. So I'm Yap from Let's Go Tour. Today we're gonna explore Kampung Buangkok. So yesterday you probably have a poll, would you live in a kampong, right? So today we're gonna look a little bit more in depth into what does the kampong entails for, right? So follow me.
Okay. Yeah, before we go in, but actually, what is a kampong?
What is a kampong? Very good question. What does a kampong mean? So kampong actually came from the Malay word kampong, which means village. Right. So Singapore back in those times, most of Singapore was actually by swamps and plantations. Right. So there was a lot of villages around, right, in the whole of Singapore. I would say probably until the last 30, 40 years, then majority of them started to resettle into the HDB that you're probably very familiar with, right? So before that, right, even all the way until 1986, we still have a few kampongs community around. And today, this will be the last kampong. Why do I say that? Because this is the only kampong that has the community inside, that they still live here, they still gel around with each other. Yeah.
Okay, let's go in.
Let's go, come. Alright, so before we step in, right, so once you step into Kampung Buangkok, there's one very important thing you need to do. Mosquito repellent, right, okay. Because there will be a lot of mosquitoes, right, so let's do it on me.
So the mosquitoes, well.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes are part of the kampong experience.
Of course, because being in a kampong, there will be live animals, right? So mosquito is actually one of the most common. Other than that, who knows? Maybe there's some snakes, maybe some birds and everything, which is the amazing part. Because although we are right now in the middle of Singapore, right, the sounds of civilization will slowly fade away as we walk into the kampong. So it will be replaced by the sounds of nature, maybe some rooster, maybe some birds, right, and things like that.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Come, excited, yeah. Come.
So, have you lived in a kampong?
Myself, no. And that's why I'm so excited to be here. This is a great opportunity for me to interact with an actual kampong. I love it how they actually plant the things themselves, and they are in a way quite self-sufficient. Right? Imagine, look at things like this, right? Right? Looks familiar to you?
Yeah, we probably don't see this in a HDB flat.
Some of the community gardens, you may actually see that. There's actually the blue pea flower. Right? When you do your kuehs and all these little kueh salad, you might see a little tinge of blue that's coming from this flower.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Alright, so before we step in any further, I'd just like you to actually take a look at your surroundings.
Okay, let's see, yeah. Oh.
Alright, what do you see? You do see a few different racial composition of the kampong. You do see some Indian households, you see a surau, and also a Chinese house. Right? And if you come further here, right, take a look at the color. Very familiar colors. Right? Colors of some HDB that you see. Right?
Yeah.
Blue, pastel green, and things like that. Right? What does that mean? Even before the HDB racial integration, right, being in a kampong, it itself, right, is already a harmony. Right? So people of different races have to work together. Right? And in fact, most people in this kampong will know how to speak Malay because do you know what our national language is?
Malay.
Malay. Yes, right? So that's why a lot of people know how to speak Malay, and some of you even can speak dialects. So a lot of them are more than just bilingual. They have maybe trilingual, quadrilingual, things like that. Yeah. Sounds fun? Come, let's go further.
Earlier you were talking about surau, right?
Yes.
What's a surau?
Surau is actually a prayer, a place of prayer for the Muslims. Yeah, so
okay.
this is actually one of surau, al-Firdaus, like for the Malays in the villages, and even outsiders, they can actually come in for this surau as well.
Okay, cool.
Look at this. This is actually not the normal sugar cane. This is actually red sugar cane.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it's past its due date, that's why it's
Past
this
its due
color.
date.
No, so it's red sugar cane.
It's red sugar cane. Ooh, look at that. Look at this. Yeah. Okay. This is actually coming from the plants. Let me see. Over here. Over there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you recognize what it is? Or any viewers recognize what it is?
Yeah, does anyone know what this is? I think someone shouted out the answer,
Oh,
but
really?
It was the rooster, I think.
A rooster. So that is actually the noni fruit. Recently it's quite popular as well, right? So yeah, it's quite interesting that we see a very nice noni fruit today. Yeah, come on in.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I just realized that there's this sign. The English word says wear your mask. So, who put this sign up actually?
Very good question. The owner or the landlord of this kampong is the one that put up this sign, and there's none other than Madam Seng.
Oh.
Right? So Madam Seng also wanted to go in line with the government regulations because of the coronavirus. So if you do come visit this kampong, feel free to step inside to have a look, but please remember to wear your mask, like myself.
So this is a COVID-free kampong.
Yes, for now there's nobody in the kampong that has any suspicion or whatsoever on the COVID. In fact, because of the regulations as well, a lot of times the villagers, they also restricted their family members to visit them. Yeah, so that's why for now it's still very, very COVID-free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question from the
Sure.
viewer.
Mm-hmm.
The person asked, okay, maybe we can let you read.
Of course, sure. Oh, is there fiber internet? Very interesting questions, right? So, right, let's come over here. Yeah. So, that's a very good question because a lot of people, when they come in, they have a lot of perception on what is a kampong. And the first thing they will ask me, is there Wi-Fi? Right? Is there fiber internet? Right? And other than that, is there good toilets? Right? And also, is there aircon? I am sure that is what is the burning questions right now. And the answer is, think of it as these are still villages that progress through time. So along the way, we do have internet here. Some of the villages do have aircon installed as well.
Wow.
Right. So it's already rather modern. No worries. Yeah.
Okay.
So does that change your vote on whether you live in a kampong?
Yeah, I think when we put out the poll,
Yeah.
it's kind of half-half.
Oh.
Almost half-half.
Almost
But
half-half.
a bit more people said that they would rather not stay in a kampong.
Oh.
Yeah. But I guess today would be a good insight to see actually what a kampong A modern kampong.
A modern kampong, yeah. So anyway, talking about this kampong, all the way from the start, you do see the sign of Kampung Lorong Buangkok. You also get to see that this used to be called Kampung Selak Kain. Right? What does that mean?
I read that.
Oh, really good. Right.
So it's something about sarong, right?
Mm-hmm. And what is that?
Maybe you can explain.
So what happened is selak is actually an action that you nudge, right? And then you actually nudge it away, right? And sarong is actually called kain back then, right? So you nudge your kain and you walk. In what situation would you do that?
When there's a flood.
Very good, right? So because this kampong used to be very prone to floodings, right? That's why there is a name called Kampung Selak Kain. Right? But Madam Seng didn't like that name because it's rather derogatory. So today it's called Kampung Lorong Buangkok. Talking about Buangkok, so why Buangkok and what is Buangkok? Right? Does any viewer knows what is Buangkok?
Yeah, does anyone know what Buangkok is? I know it's an MRT station.
Yeah, okay, right.
But apparently it's not the nearest MRT station here.
Nope.
So what does Buangkok mean?
Okay.
Anyone guessing?
No reply? Right. So Buangkok actually means in Chinese Wan Guo, right? It means United Nations, right? Why do we say that? Because back then this whole entire area was a rubber plantation. So because of rubber plantation, Mr. Seng Teo Kun, which is the father of Madam Seng, right, actually came over and bought 4 houses. Right? And after he bought the 4 houses, a lot of people from the vicinity, means some people that's working at Woodbridge Hospital. Right? If you're familiar with that, it's actually the mental hospital today, right? Or even the plantation workers, they started to come in and ask Mr. Seng, can I build a house? And then he say, yeah, sure, why not? Right? So actually allow them to build houses over here. Right? And subsequently, it grew to about maybe 40 over houses, right? Housing 200 over villages. Yeah. But then after that today, right, guess how many of these villages, or rather how many houses are there today?
Actually, we kind of can count them, but we have to walk through the entire village. I'll guess about 20 plus.
Very good guess, very good guess. It's actually 26. So 26 houses in this 1.22 hectares of land. So that is what is left today. Right. So Madam Seng herself is actually the last of the 4 siblings of Mr. Seng Teo Kun. So she actually took over the village in 1997. Oh, there's a car. Okay. During weekends, there's a lot of visitors and also some transports. Alright, so let's hit a little bit more. Careful. Alright, so for viewers, if you take a look at that, right? So what he's doing is actually carpentry, right? And why? Because this house belongs to Chik Mok, and for her herself, her house is actually solely built by themselves. Right? So all the wooden planks and you see is actually handcrafted. Yeah.
Wow.
So everything except for zinc roofs. Yeah.
Oh, so the entire house is all done by the owner.
Correct. So he's the brother of Chik Mok. Yeah, Chik Mok is probably inside. We shall not trouble her. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me see if Madam Seng is around.
She has some visitors, I think.
Okay. Looks like she's busy. We shall come back later.
Okay. So, yep, it was raining last night, but now there's no, probably less of a threat of flooding.
No, definitely.
But I guess we still get
a little bit of mud.
Yeah.
In fact, this morning over here, it was raining heavily. Yeah, so luckily it cleared up so that you guys can see this. Come.
Oh, we can see HDBs from here, right?
It's a very nice justification if you come over here. This is a great spot where you can get to see the HDB, and right there is actually the kampong already. Yeah, so have the viewer to look.
These flats look new as well.
It is in fact new, and there was a few stories of this HDB itself. It's very interesting, which make Madam Seng a hero of the village.
Oh,
so what happened? It's because of the building of the HDB, there are some cloggings, and therefore there was a flood. Right? So there was a flood about knee to waist height, right? And then after that, the villagers are all just trying to climb onto the furnitures and this and that. And then there comes Madam Seng, right? Her own self, right? She actually walk all the way out to the village, go to the town council, right? And then ask them to clear up for them. So because of that, right, we call her the hero of the village. Yeah, so although she's a woman, right, from young she's actually the one that is governing everything. In fact, she's also the mediator between some of the conflicts. So that's why ever since she took over, right, the village in 1997, right, there was zero conflicts or zero fights among the neighbor. And ever since then, the 26 households, right, they do not go out, right, so it remains 26. Yeah. So I'm hoping one day maybe I can come inside. So then after I can visit my house next time. Yeah, but that was of course the future. So anyway, talking about that, other than the HDB, it's actually what is above you.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are like power lines or something.
Exactly. So some of you that have been to Malaysia or Indonesia, you may have seen this quite often. But in Singapore, this is probably one of the last place where you get to see natural cables, right, flowing overhead. And today, it's still working, it's still functional. Yeah. So what does that mean? It means the people here do have television also, right? And also electrical appliances, right? Don't worry, gone were the days with the gas lamps and everything, right? Today is all modern. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Alright, so now you get to see the houses a little bit up close, right? Maybe we'll let the viewers have a guess, right? So since Mr. Seng, right, back then they're collecting rents from all these factory workers and the hospital workers. So until now, Madam Seng took over that job. So she also collect rent from them. So how much do you think is the rental for 1 month of such a house?
Okay, let's take a closer look at some of the houses so they can roughly estimate the rental. So you can see it's not bad. There's a outdoor area where you can have dinner, have meals. Oh, someone said $40. I think it's quite close. $40?
Right. $40? Are you sure? What other guesses were there?
What, is it higher or lower? Okay. Oh, someone said $200.
$200. Okay.
Someone said $2.
$2. Okay.
Someone said $800.
Okay.
Less than $10. There are all kinds of answers.
All kinds of answers. Alright. So
maybe let's review the answer.
Let's reveal the answer. So the most expensive rental over here is
$300.
$30.
Oh my god.
Sing dollars. Right? And the cheapest it can go to
$40.
$4.50.
Cheaper is right. Why
Exactly. Right?
$4.50.
And it doesn't mean that the bigger the house, the more expensive it is. It's just based on the contract that the households have with Mr. Seng back then. So Mr. Seng, or rather Madam Seng, she said that the father did not say that to increase the price. So basically, she's not looking at monetizing the whole thing. She just wants to keep the community together. So that's the reason why she didn't inflate the price after so long.
So there's a question from a viewer.
If I want to stay at this kampong, any house for rental? Unfortunately, no, because since 1997 until now, right, all the household is always intact and nobody can go out or go in or come in, right? But even if there is, right, it's a priority.
So it's based on who makes the most street here on the queue list It's like
list,
BTO, I guess. So you have there's a queue list
This BTO is rather long to wait. Exactly.
Okay, so just wondering, in a normal kampong house here, right? How many rooms are there?
Oh, it really depends on the household itself. Most of the time, they have at least 4 rooms. At least, yeah. So some of them more, and most of them are about 4 rooms. Yeah. And in these 4 rooms, they can easily get about 50, 100 people visiting. Because you have to understand that some of these families, they are huge, right? So pre-COVID, you get to see, especially on the weekends like this, you get to see a lot of family members visiting. Some of them have like barbecue outings and all these things. And that's the reason why they have very nice yacht. Front yard, backyard, and things like that. And even things like this, yeah. And you'll see more of that later, yeah.
Okay.
Right, sounds good. Right, come on. Come. Take a look at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Lorong Buangkok, 1954.
Yeah, so just now, remember when I said that Mr. Seng actually got this land in 1956?
Yeah.
Right? And then you'll be looking at me, yep, are you kidding? It looks 54 here, right? So do you think I'm saying the truth, or what do you think this is?
Okay. So, what do you all think this 1954 says? Just earlier, Yap was sharing with us that the year that the Kampong was founded was 1956. But here's 1954. I mean, it looks like a signpost, like a landmark. Any guesses? Oh, someone said postal code.
Oh, very good.
A lot of people say
postal code.
Okay, so looks like I'm the only one who didn't know.
Don't worry, that means that the viewership, the age of viewership is somewhere there. Yes, you are right. This is actually the postal code, and this is not the year, right? Come over here. So, long time ago in the 1950s, we actually started to change, right, into 2-digit postal code, right? And eventually in 1980s, we actually started the 4-digit postal code. And so that's why this is actually not the year, but this is the postal code of this house. Until today, this is probably the last stand of that postal code, because the rest of them have already evolved over time. Right. So only in the 1995, if I'm not wrong, right, that it changed into 6-digit postal codes. Yeah.
We have one question from the viewer.
Is it okay for us to walk around? Okay. So it is perfectly okay for you to walk around the kampong, but please respect their privacy. Do not climb into the house and take a picture inside their households, right? If you want to do that, maybe you can ask permission with the villagers. Other than that, that's actually perfectly fine. So that's also the reason, very good question, that's also the reason if you look behind, right? They used to have a lot of openings, right, that links towards the canal, right, the park connector. But in recent years, a lot of people actually jump in, right, and some of them climb into the households, right, to take pictures and all that, and it's actually an invasion of privacy. So that's the reason why today, if you look at all the households, most of them are closed. Right? Because back then, the households are all opened. It's just like a kampong. Where you can just go to another person's house to borrow a stove, or borrow a washing machine, or to get some plates and things like that when there's a party. Yeah, so that is what. Do you feel ants in your pants? Yeah, so ants is also part of the experience.
So the ants have their own kampong here.
Yes.
Let me try to
there.
spot some.
Yeah.
It looks like the ants have their own kampong going.
Okay, alright. Alright, so let's backtrack and let's go back to Madison and see whether she's available.
Oh. Patriotism, man. Oh, it's cool they have a bin here as well.
Yes, so of course hygiene and sanitation is very important. So they do collect the rubbish, put it here, and they will actually transport it outside where you came in just now. That's where they collect the rubbish. Okay. So gone were the days where there's like night soil, where they have to carry everything out. Yeah, so progress in time. How do they receive their meals? Oh, that's a very interesting question. What do you mean?
Meals. Like the letters or...
the meals.
I thought,
M-A-I-L.
Dinner, lunch, breakfast.
I thought people were asking about how they receive their food or something.
Yes.
I was a bit shocked. Okay, meals as in...
Meals, M-A-I-L.
Letters and envelopes, yeah.
Yeah, so they do have a postal code right here, and they actually have their own unit number. So just now, if you see something like 17C, 15B, so you think about it as a private house, like a bungalow or things like that. So there's a postal code and there's a unit number as well. So each of them has that. Yeah.
So the mailman will come inside to the kampong.
Yes, they do. But of course, cool. Most of the time they'll be lost, especially if they came here the first time.
Yeah.
But the villages are very nice, so anybody who came in and asked for directions, they will always help them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Alright, so just to let you know, or rather just a fun fact, take a look at this.
Oh, wrong one. Okay, this looks familiar this year, I guess. In recent times, I guess this shape looks kind of familiar. Can anyone guess what it resembles? So I think this is actually the fruit of the plant, but it looks like something else. Okay, I think no one is guessing. Everyone's waiting for the answer, right? Okay, can you tell us the answer? Yeah.
So I always like to joke about this because it really looks like the coronavirus. So I always say this is a coronavirus plant, right? But actually it's the English ivy. Yeah.
Okay, take a second look. Now it makes sense, right? Okay.
Come on here. Oh, looks like Madam Seng is inside her guest house. So this is actually the guest house of Madam Seng, and some of you may look at this house and think it's very familiar, right? Do put in a comment where do you see this house before, right? Okay, come. Welcome.
Are you preparing for your BTO next time? Welcoming people to the house.
I'm eyeing on this house, huh? Right, some of you that watch a lot of Singapore movies, you may see this very familiar. In fact, 3 of the Singapore movies was actually shot here. Right, other than that, if there are viewers from Vietnam or Malaysia, some of them may see this familiar as well. Yeah, okay, come in. 美凤姐，
哎，来，
你好。
你好，进来，
来，我们来访问你。
进来，好，来。
Hello.
Hello.
So, viewers, this is actually Madam Seng, right? So she's actually the landlord of this whole entire place. Right? Is there any questions from the viewer you want to ask Madam Seng, or from you?
Madam Seng, can we ask Madam Seng how? Can she describe her experience that time when there was a flood because of the
Okay. So, 我们的那个看众，他们都要知道一下，那时候有那个大淹水的时候，
对，
那种情景可以描述一下。
可以。那时候我在淹水的时候，刚好我的有一个侄儿出事不久嘛，又淹水嘛，我就看到奇怪，那个水为什么下了雨一直上来，上了很多水嘛。然后我就跟我爸爸他们就拿那个楼梯放到那个天花板那边放住，然后我就抱我的侄儿，因为侄儿比较大嘛，男的，我叫他背在我背部，我左手跟右手抱2个侄女，爬到楼梯。那时候我年轻嘛，才22岁而已，就爬楼梯。爬到上面去，把侄儿交给我爸爸，然后我又下来就去找找米、找饼干，跟找那个以前的不是用那个火，应该是活水火油放的翻一下，就拿去上面煮了。我们那一餐的晚餐全部在上面，但是外面呢就很多流，那些被也流什么都流厨也倒，什么都倒了。
好有趣。So what happened was that during that time of the flooding, right, the nephew was just born, right? So then after that, Madam Seng actually say, why the water level keep rising after some time when there's a heavy rain. So then she is afraid, so she actually got the ladder, right? And then she start getting the people up, and she herself has 2 hands, right? 2个都是侄女啊。
侄女。
So both are knees, right? And then they actually, and then 侄儿在上面是吗？ And then another nephew at the back. So 3 kids, right? Then Madam Seng will climb the ladder with 3 kids, right? To put them on top, right? So that they'll be safe from the flooding, right? Yeah, so that's what done by Madam Seng herself, right? It's very interesting. And then after that, she start packing all these biscuits and rice and all these things, right? For them, so that they can have some food in preparation.
连到后来我就开那个篱笆的门跑去看一下。因为水到这边了嘛，我就跑出去看。还好，我们的政府就派那个兵的船有没有来接我的邻居这些人去对面的老人院。因为那边比较高嘛，这边比较低嘛。我对面以前是西拉屋嘛，我们这边的人就去那边的老人院连我是没有跟出去了，因为我侄儿这么多，我要照顾那些小的嘛，连跟我大哥、二哥咯。
Wow, so Madam Seng was saying that the flood comes all the way to the nose level, right? And that's really, really high. So that's why there was actually a team of help, right? Rescue boats and everything come over here. A lot of villagers was transported to the nearby 老人院, 老人院, old folks home, 西拉 home, right? But for Madam Seng herself, because the family is so big, right? So she stayed behind, right? And to get all the niece and nephew, right, to safety.
连西拉那边的人又给我的村民这边人喝咖啡，给他们喝一点比较热的开水这样啦。
Madam Seng，很多人跟你打招呼你可以跟他们打招呼。So I think a lot of people are saying hi to Madam Seng. Yeah, I think Madam Seng is very welcoming because she made the kampong, even though she owns the land, she made the kampong available to the public, right? Like, can you ask Madam Seng what does she? What's the reason and?
So 为什么 Madam Seng 梅凤姐你要开放这个kampong给别人来进来看？
因为我给人家进来，是因为我们这边也有老人，也有年轻人。那么老人有的慢慢老了，怕他们的记忆力没有人跟他讲话交谈，所以如果有人来跟他们交谈，他们也情愿交谈，那么他们就不会忘记他自己是谁了。
So Madam Sung was saying that she always welcomes visitors, especially some of the old folks, right? Because as they come, they can make friends, right? So it forms a community. They can start talking about the good old days, right? So it became like a very nice social place over here. So she actually welcomed that. And for her, I think 年轻人也是
可以来一起来做朋友啦，只要不要捉弄人家，这样就 OK 了。
So even for the youngsters, right, she also welcomed them to come here because I'm sure me and you, right, we haven't really stepped into a kampong before. Right, so that's the reason why she always allowed them to come in and to actually see what is the lifestyle of Kampong. So what does that mean? It means that these people, the villagers, right, we are all rather friendly and we actually are rather advanced. Right? So do not think about the Kampung Buangkok as, lag behind in time or, the poorest of the poor. Do not think of it that way. Right? Come here and just build a community together. Yeah.
Okay. 他们能够来这里看看那些水果的树，可以看看天然的鸟，还有 medicine leaf medicine 给他们看，他们知道原来这个也是药草，那个也草，而且水果有很多种，也有面包果，也有什么果树都有，他们可以来看。
So Madam Sung was saying that a lot of times, right? We have to educate our next generation, right? That flora and fauna about this area, and plants or other animals, vegetables do not just come from NTUC, right? Yeah, so they actually have an actual tree, and then there's actually the nature all around. And she always welcomed them to have an educational tour over here. Yeah.
Okay.
因为学生还可以做 project 嘛，现在有很多中学、大学的小学他们来这边做 project，能够问我很多东西嘛，连我又不自私，我什么都告诉他们。
So students can also come and do project and interview her. Madam Sung can speak actually 6个语言是吗？
没有啦，没有这么多啦，5个啦。
5个语言啊，5个语言，什么语言呢？
因为马来话是我讲习惯了嘛。
So Madam Sung can speak Malay, right?
还有华语啦。
Mandarin of course.
英文我不大懂。
English not very fluent.
连还有潮州话。
潮州 Teochew, right? Teochew and Cantonese, right? 还有最后一个。
有时候偶尔会讲一点点印度话。
Oh, so you speak a little bit Indian as well. Wow, that's good. So yeah, if you do have any project or whatsoever, feel free to contact Madam Sung. Just come in and say hi to her. She's more than willing to help and educate.
谢谢你。
Okay, I think one thing is also quite a little dark in this kampong. Is it to make it like have a cozy feeling or anything like that?
Okay, 这里有一点比较暗。
对。
是本来它主要的目的是本来可以保留着kampong的安全结构。So Madam Sung said, she actually wants it to remain as natural as possible, although they do have installed some lights, as you can see. So that's just a basic necessity. And she actually hosted numerous times, right, that they actually came here to use the place for a quick meal and things like that.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Madam Sung? You all can comment in the comment section and just ask away. But maybe I'll just ask one more question from me. So Madam Sung, I want to ask Madam Sung, because there are 26 different households, right, in this kampong. How does she maintain the community spirit or the harmony?
So 这边的那些居民差不多26家，
对。
So 26家肯定有时候有点冲突这些啦。So Madam Sung是怎样子来
他们自己会让来让去。
他们会自己让来让去。
礼让哦。
Wow, okay. So the villagers will learn to adapt and learn to compromise for each other, right? Just to keep this community going.
因为68年这么长的时间，每一个人都习惯了嘛，所以他们就能够让来让去了。
And this is built upon, right, 68 years of a legacy. Okay, alright. So 谢谢 Madam Sung.
谢谢你
，Thank you, bye bye.
谢谢。
跟观众讲听众。
谢谢你们，欢迎你们来这个kampong走走看看。
谢谢。
Okay, 我们会看一下咯。
好，谢谢你。
So over here, let's relive some of our childhood, right? So actually on the table right now, if you take a look, right, we do have some very old school children's game, right? Which would you like to try?
Okay, also we can play one game.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first game on the left you can see is pick up sticks, and the second game on the right 5 stones, right? Okay, 5 stones. Yeah, so I'm gonna play one game with Yap. Either pick up sticks or 5 stones. So yeah, you guys can vote. We'll be posting a poll, so just vote, and in 1 or 2 minutes we'll close the vote and we'll see what we'll play. But for now, we'll just give you a quick tour of the house.
Right, not sure if you still remember, some of you may know. Right, this is actually how we actually bathe back then also.
Oh, I thought these are like cooking wares.
It's multi-purpose, right? But one of the most memorable for most people will actually when the babies actually bathe them here. Yeah. So you see the idea of conservation it starts very young already. Because back then, of course, water is not always available, right? So they always have like to have a basin, things like that, and then to bathe. Yeah. And also come over here, if you take a look, right? Right. So this is actually still using the charcoal, yeah. It's still workable today. It's still workable. Yeah. So in today's world, you don't have to carry the water from wells, right? There's tap water available. Yeah. And also even the toilet, huh? Right? There's modern facilities. Yeah.
To some people, this may be a bit not so modern because they have to squat, right? Yeah, but it's modern, right? Because there's a whole sewage and pipe thing.
Exactly. You don't have to dig a hole or put the bucket and collect the nice soil. No longer, right? So it's actually modern facility, modern utilities. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you all have decided that we'll play 5 stones.
Okay. 5 stones. Yay. Alright, welcome. So, do you know how to play 5 stones?
Roughly lah.
Roughly, yeah.
I'm not
so
that.
Basically,
not that
level
young.
1, you just throw one and catch one. One catch one.
It seems like you've been practicing.
No.
I don't think. Okay, so how do we compete?
So basically, it's just look at how fluent you are and how many levels can you go. So that is the first level, a complete set. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start first.
You can actually grab it and just glue it down. Why? Because you want to spread it so it's easier for you to get later. Yeah. So you spread a little bit.
Spread is easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just take one. Oh, okay.
So it's not as easy as Yap made it out to be. I think he has been practicing before today. So what's next?
So just keep doing it until you get everything.
So now I have to throw both.
No, throw one.
Throw one and take one more.
Yeah. Yes. Ooh.
So that's it, my turn.
Supposedly, yeah, but it's okay in practice.
Okay, maybe my demonstration quite negative. Let's see Yap doing the 5 stones, okay?
So just like if you join our This Is Home tour, right? So we actually encourage this kind of family bonding. So you can actually play 5 stones to your kids. I'm sure some of the viewers out there, you will know all the rules better than me. So we have like second level where you actually throw one and take 2. Right? Yeah. And then of course the level 3 and the last level is where you put those together, you throw, and then you try to balance everything. And then you catch everything also. Yeah, I'm sure you know some viewers will know more than me. So please come along and just join us in this activity. Other than that, of course, we have pick up sticks as well. Right? So this we want to actually encourage family conversation, a topic to talk to, some family bonding time as well.
So there are also outdoor games.
Yes, we do. Yes, come. Right. So over here. On these tables, yes, they do have 2. Right. Now, what do you think we are playing? So this is actually goalie, and this is not paper bullets. Right? This is actually 0 point.
Okay, let's choose one to play. Yeah, I already lost to Yap in the 5 stones, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's hope we pick something that maybe I'll be better at. Although I don't think so. Okay, maybe let's take a look outside while you guys vote.
Sure.
Wow. You guys can hear the domestic animals.
Yeah. So anyway, other than the domestic animals, what you are looking at right now has a very interesting story as well. So what happened was during our first few tours, we do have a guest who came in with the son, right? And then she loved this place so much because it reminds her of her own kampong. Right? Then after she brought the whole family back again after the tour, right? And then after that, I think the husband was a street artist, right? So she actually did a very nice graffiti for this street art, I would say, right? For Madam Seng, and this is actually a tribute to Banksy. For those of you in the art scene, you probably know Banksy is one of the most acclaimed street artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can we play the outdoor games actually?
Oh, so we can actually, this is a kampong, so the whole entire kampong is a playground, right? So you can just play around here if you are choosing 0 points or things like that, or you can even play outside if you're going to play marbles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around first. Oh, what fruits are these, huh?
Good question. I would say that it's a papaya.
Yeah. But not ripe yet, I think.
Yeah. And papaya is actually a very personal fruit from Madam Seng herself. It's her favorite. Why? Because every time she got fever or something like that, she actually get the papaya leaf, squeeze it and drink it raw. Right? So it's super bitter. She love it. It cures all her the heatiness away. Cure her sickness. Yeah. Other than that, we do have star food as well. Yeah.
I think the viewers have decided we should play 0 point.
0 point?
They want to see us jumping around.
Oh, I like. Okay, give me a while, I can prepare.
Okay. You guys want to play 0 point. I hope I don't get 0 points also. I don't know whether 0 point has a point system or anything like that. But Yap is preparing. I hope he doesn't rig the rubber bands so that he can win. Okay, he's back.
Alright, we're back in action. So 0 point, right? I'm gonna save you the trouble of doing this whole entire string.
Okay.
Right? So what is 0 point about? It's basically, right, hold on a minute. Okay, so we got my colleague or my boss. I mean, right? So what happened is very easy. First level, we go for ankle, and you need to jump across. That's it. Do not use your hand, just use your feet.
So I'll do it. Yeah, I should jump the other way.
Sure. Oh, no kick, ah?
Yeah.
Okay, straight away, knee. Oh, hey. Viewers, clap for April. Waist.
Okay, so for this, do you all think I can jump through it? So now I got 2 points already, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it works. So 0 point now I got 2 points. So that point. What if I fall down? How?
You face palm, then the viewers will laugh at you.
It's slippery, yeah.
Yes, it is. Careful. Oh. Okay, next, below armpit.
Is that?
还有吗？
Okay,
那接下去啊，可以吧？
可以了，可以了。
这样，我手心。
Oh, become limbo instead. Ah.
I think that's it.
That's it. So you can actually touch it, but do not use your hand. So you can just use your feet to cross over. Yeah.
Oh, if I
push
can.
it down. Yeah. So it's no problem. You want to try?
Not too flexible.
No, let's try. Oh. So does the viewer want me to try?
Okay, I think it's Yap's turn to try. So we start from the bottom lah.
Anchor.
Hey.
Okay.
Waste.
Oh, careful ah. Wow, serious ah? Have you? you could do that ah?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Oh my god.
This one ah. Let's try ah.
Well done.
Oh,
You want to try the next level?
what's the next level?
Yes.
Okay, I think we have a winner lah. It's Yap today. So actually, anyone can make their own 0 point because it's really just rubber bands, right?
Yeah.
And then you probably need some friends to help you to hold the.
So there's multiple ways of playing as well. So some of the viewers may know the rhythmic pattern. Right, so there are some with especially favorite among the ladies. Right, so they will actually jump across with certain pattern. That's also possible. And then there's a double point also. So double line, so you need to jump across without. Yeah. So it's not easy. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's a great way to end today by going back in time and playing some old school games. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this Kampong tour. Thanks Yap
Thank
so
you so
much for bringing us around. So yeah, know that Kampong Lorong Buangkok is not like all the Kampong's misconceptions you may have. I hope today it's been addressed. So we've seen like modern facilities and how the Kampong has adapted to today where we have like air cons, we say fiber internet,
No problem.
yeah, electricity and taps and everything like that. So yeah,
Thank you so much.
maybe you can share like where can viewers go for this tour.
So if you would like to go on a tour, we actually have a series of tour called This Is Home. Because, you know, I'm very patriotic, so this is home, truly. Yeah, so anyway, this whole entire series is meant to target on groups of families, especially with kids. Some of these tours we actually based upon the social studies syllabus. Right, so we actually get to the kids to come here and reinforce their content retention, right, and also to know more about the experience of a kampong, and also for other tours wise, other experiences which you can actually get to see in Let's Go Tour Singapore. Yeah. So,
Okay, thank you so much, Yap, and thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, Madam Sung is still here, so
谢谢你
thanks Madam Sung.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.